Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Coil Quickcard, and welcome back to the Community RPG Maker Project. So, as the title says, today we are going to try and turn this town into a quest hub. So we have a lot of shops we have to build. Right now we've got the weapon shop and the armor shop done. So we also need an inn and tavern, a potion shop, basically the Pepsi shop, which is going to be important. We also need an accessory shop, and then this is actually going to be a shop for crafting. So we're going to be building all of that and integrating some more stuff. So just a little highlight. So this town is accessed by going across this big tundra area, where, yes, I have only finished half of it. And at first glance, it's just like a nice, quiet, you know, nice, quiet, chilly town, you know, kind of relaxed, kind of laid back, you know, typical, like, JRPG Snowy Tomb stuff. What is going to actually happen, and I can demonstrate this, we're just going to debug walk through the walls. So you can see there's, like, you know, a lot of places where there's, like, steam coming out, stuff like that. But what we're going to find is that this town is actually running low on a special fuel source that it uses. And when it gets that fuel source, the town's going to get a lot warmer. Like, the shops are going to sell more goods. Switching to my other keyboard here. You can see that, like, the color of the smoke changes. Okay, I wasn't actually supposed to go in there. Yeah, this is supposed to go to the chill weapon shop. Which probably means that this one... Okay, that one is going to the armor shop. So we are going to need a transfer point in and out of the shops. But yeah, that is the general idea behind the town, is that it seems very, like, quiet and very laid back and slow paced. But once you've actually gone and unlocked this fuel that they use, it becomes clear that this town is actually, like, an industrial mega center. So that is the general idea. And to that end, we are actually going to add different versions of the shop that do not include the, like, super high-end gear until you have unlocked the special fuel in town. And they'll say something like, now the furnaces are back to full power, I can offer some much better equipment. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing with the weapon shop, where they're not going to offer the poniard or the experimental cap gun until you've activated the furnaces. Like, we've got some even better stuff now that we can properly fire up the crucibles. And this guy's also going to have a line. So here he's not going to be stepping. He's just going to be, like, looking away from his work. And be like, honestly, there isn't much I can do until we can get our... Until we can get more fuel for the furnaces. Okay. And then he goes into busy. That's fine. The next thing we're going to do... Do I even have any, like, accessories that I can offer? Because I know I'm going to have an accessory shop. But I don't think I really... need that at this time. Honestly, let's work on the tavern. So this is going to be fairly wide, not very tall. And this is going to be the Chill Inn and Tavern. It's an inside map. Yeah, I think that's big enough. And that's... Oh, that's actually for this building. No, that actually does need to be a fair bit bigger. Okay. And everywhere else has been using this, like, nice stone interior. So we're going to have the whole area built like that. And just some nice basic walls. Just like that. I think this is a little bit not quite high enough. There we go. Alright, let's just lay out the floor for now. And the entrance is a little off-center, but not far to the other side of the room. And that just goes out there. Okay, so we need like a few rooms here in the back. There we go. So this will be like where the actual inn area is. So we're going to put like some nice carpet back there. Some basic wood floors coming out and into the actual tavern area. We need a counter. Yeah, just like a nice simple counter right there. And that is going to be the inn. We're just going to copy this inn event, put that here. Uh, 20 battle caps a night. I never gave this one a face. I can do better than that. This is the one. Okay. So which one am I using? I'm using people 1. Okay. People 1. People 1. Alright, let's go with a different looking person. This person looks okay. And we'll just say it's 50 per night. So the gold check has to go up to 50. Gold cost actually takes away 50 gold. Recover. And it's this lady here. Okay. So this is the innkeeper. So now we need the actual beds. So we can do like 2 double beds in each room. Probably don't want to have just like a blaring furnace right next to it. But I could have like some books on a shelf. Maybe like a nice plant in the corner of the room. A little desk. And then just a few random things to go on it. Let's see. Honestly, I kind of like the teacup. Yeah, we'll put a teacup there. And then like a glass there. Okay, I think that works. I think that works for just a nice basic inn rooms. So then we have a clock on the wall, and then the rest of this area, the rest of this is for the actual tavern. So I could go with kind of like a matte floor, different type of carpet. Probably don't want a carpeted inn or a carpeted tavern. That kind of hurts my eyes. Yeah, I think it looks better if I lower the ceiling level by 1, so it's just sort of flush with this. And honestly, what? Just go for some basic brick, some tiles. I think I like that. I think that looks good. So then we'll have like the proper bar area back here. And that's going to include a nice furnace, several bottles, just like that. Even more bottles, just like that. And now I need, like, some casks. Some nice big, like, wine barrels. Here we go. There we go. Just like that. Just throw out some various stuff on the tables. There we go. Now we need some chairs. We'll just arrange them all like that. Whoever is back here can have, like, a chair as well. And then we're going to have a few tables just kind of separated around the building. So this is like the big like social area in town. Actually, we don't want those because that's in front of the door, but this will look fine. Okay. So now for a little bit of flavor, we can put, like, a hole in the ground over here. And arrange... Let's see. I definitely want a few more things. We can put out a couple barrels. Go back to actually playing some music here again. Couple jars. Couple crates. Have, like, a downstairs area that's at least visible. Okay. Couple more things spread out. Alright, there we go. Right, so Chilltown, we want to make sure that when we are inside, does not play a background noise. Hello there, Jess. Welcome to today's building, where I continue to build this town, I guess. Do need a couple more blocks there. Alright, let's add some just generic people around here. You look nice and generic. Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Where's the dude? Here's the dude. Yep, that's a generic man if I ever saw one. There we go. That is generic man. And he's going to have a custom route. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. 1, 2 down. 1, 2, 3 up, up, left. Right, turn down. After that, you're going to wait like, I don't know, 5 seconds. 5 seconds would be 300 frames. Turn down. Wait 300 frames. Turn left. Wait 300 frames. Okay. That works. So down, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Down. Wait 5 frames. 1, 2, 3. Left. Wait 5 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. Left. Wait 5 seconds. Okay. So we have 1 too many turn lefts. Left, 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 turn down. Left, 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 move up. So we need 2 more turn rights. Okay. Turn left, wait 300 frames, move down. Left, left, up, left. 300 frames. Up, right, up, up. Okay. And then he moves 1 spot down, so this should return him to the starting position. So this is the inn. Alright, we're basically going to be doing all of our major testing today in town. So let's go ahead and drop another developer save point here. Let's go check it out. Just do a nice quick dev walk all the way over here. Oh, I already have a dev save here. Whatever. Ah! We're going to have to make sure that we turn off the snow. Okay, so a couple things need to be done. We are going to have to turn off the weather when entering the town. I think that's important. Next up, this guy needs to move at the highest frequency. Alright. Let's leave, reset. Oh, whoops. That is being entered over 1 second while waiting. That is not the way we want to turn off weather. We want to turn off the weather instantly and without forcing the player to wait. And in we go. Okay. There we go. Alright, now let's see if the inn is working. Mostly we want to be taking a look at this guy. So he's got an entire movement sequence set up now. Good. We want to make sure that the movement sequence doesn't break. We're also going to catch him when he comes through here. Good. So next he should go up by the box. Good. Yep, and now he should reset to his original position. And he did. That is perfect. Okay, the innkeeper now has a full repeated movement pattern. Perfect. All right. So I really just need like generic people to fill this up with, because I don't want to have to create like original dialogue for absolutely everybody. So we're just going to direction fix some folks and be like, they are, how do I want to say this? They are busy and they don't notice you. They don't interested. This person is this person has no interest in interacting with strangers or something like that. This person's not paying attention. That works too. I think I like that better. This person isn't paying attention. They seem to not notice you. Or maybe they just don't care. All right, so this is like generic town person. So we're just going to stick like generic town person and just copy them several times. Okay. There will be a few people that will actually talk to you, but they're going to be visibly different. So, for instance, we're going to have someone here. And it'll be this person. Sure. And I don't know, what does this nun want to do? Shouldn't there also be a set weather to snow when you exit? That is a very good pickup. But what I have done here specifically is I've created an event on the big map so that when you enter it, it automatically turns on the weather effect. So every time you enter this map, it will automatically run this event. and activate the weather, regardless of where you enter from, which is good because there's going to be multiple entry points onto this map. So you are absolutely right. That is a good pickup, but it is something I have already considered. Things sure are quiet in town lately. Quiet and cold. I hope they heat up soon. And with stepping animations, and then when the town goes into the more lively mode, things have really picked up around town lately. Alright, just some generic, like, nothing dialogue that doesn't actually really matter much. This is all really just for flavor. So it's okay for flavor to not really mean anything. What does this person say? Be careful not to fall into any of the vents around town. The steam tunnels are very dangerous. Okay, that works. This we're actually going to have some interaction with, and it's just going to be like, there is a hole in the floor. Probably made by some stumbling drunk. And when you interact with it, it'll also show a little balloon icon for the player. We need another person. Sure, you look important. Generic soldier lady. That's not the right one. What? Which character is this? No, you're from MV People 3. Okay. That's why I couldn't find you. MV People 3. There we go. Oh, that's so generic. Oh, that's perfect. Let's actually get some music going again while I do this. It's my job to keep this town safe. Not that Portis doesn't do a good job himself. It's just that sometimes he doesn't seem to care about some things. Perfect. I mean, I think that's an okay end. Unless I want to, like, just throw out some... I mean, I can decorate it a little bit. It's just a matter of how I want to do that. I can definitely decorate it more. I just don't know exactly what I want to put out here. Nice plant in the corner. Just a couple, like, support pillars throughout the place. I don't know. Let's give it a look. Let's see how it looks. I think it's just gonna feel very, like, empty. Okay. So, I think I want the generic ones to not be automatically stepping. And I can add someone who, like, makes reference to them. That should work. And then the special NPCs I will have on their stepping animations, just so that they're more, like, immediately eye-catching. And then I need someone who can look at, like, I don't know, you look important. Let's see. There you are. So you can say... don't mind the laborers. They tend to get wrapped up in their drinking. Okay, there. So let's test. Person isn't paying attention, seem not to notice here. Maybe they just don't care. Don't mind the laborers, they tend to get wrapped up in their drinking. My job to keep the town safe. Be careful not to fall in any of the events. You talk. Okay. Then that's how we activate the inn. We can sort of see the rooms a bit. And we can leave the town fine. Okay. So the inn is now taken care of to my satisfaction. So let's actually build something interesting now. The next place we're going to build is this building, and this is going to be the Pepsi shop. So once again, we want it fairly narrow, but a bit wide. And here is the basic wall that we've been using. Just border the whole place in it. So the Pepsi shop is mostly entered from the right side. And I think... What kind of town do... Okay, we have cobblestone out there. I think we'll use that for the entrance. And we'll have like a nice carpeted floor in here. Or, you know... What carpet best represents? Yeah, I think this looks... What even is this one? Oh, it's just like purple water. Okay, I don't know why I would ever need purple water, but in case I do, I guess I have it. So we're just going to have like a platform here. And we're just going to spread these around. Put one of these behind them. That's what I need. I need, like, wall decorations. That's why this place is looking just so absolutely barren. Let's, like, throw some stuff out here and... I don't know, what looks good on a wall? Curtains look pretty good. There we go. Like a shield, I guess. I don't know, maybe like a little window to the outside. Okay. So the Pepsi shop doesn't really need to be all that fancy. You know, people come into town, they want their Pepsi. So this guy does sell bottles of Pepsi. He also sells Pepsi Monster. And he also sells Crystal Pepsi. And this guy, we've had Coulter. We didn't have another one. So I guess this guy's name is Dalter Dite. To continue with the Walter White references. Yeah, that's fine. The important thing for this building is going to be this here. This is going to be a door. There. It immediately looks better. There was just a little too much, like, blank space, I think. These things don't look too good because they're not flush with the back of the room. There we go. And these things just feel visually a little too close to the bottom. So there we go. And he also sells here a specific piece of gear for Malter Might. Specifically, he sells Pepsi Lactose. Are Pepsi Lactose and Pepsi Topaz both new to this area? No, Pepsi Topaz was already there. This is just Pepsi Lactose, but he can sell both of them. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. So Pepsi Topaz, Pepsi Lactose. Did you sell the... Where did Pepsi Lactose come from? I feel like I put it in a chest somewhere, but I can't remember exactly. Five bottles of Pepsi, 5 bottle caps, 5 bottle caps, 5 bottle caps. I mean, I might as well just check my save. Like, Malter Might, do you have Pepsi Topaz? No, you don't. Okay, I think I made Pepsi Topaz, but then I didn't actually, like, put it anywhere. Huh. Okay, I should add this treasure then. Because if I didn't find it on my debug save, then that probably means that it wasn't anywhere in the game. You found a bottle of Pepsi Topaz. There we go. More people need to stream RPG Maker more often. I'm going to be starting soon. I wish you a lot of luck on that, Professor Waifu. I love RPG Maker. I really, really do. Alright, but the point is, in the Pepsi shop, he will also, in case you didn't find it, he'll sell bottles of Pepsi, Pepsi Monster, Crystal Pepsi, Pepsi Topaz, and Pepsi Lactose. The basic ones, the Pepsi Monster is a third of stamina. Crystal Pepsi removes negative status effects. I won't have him sell Diet Pepsi yet. But if you get the Prometheum, been messing with the RPG Maker on and off since the PS1 version came out in the 90s. That's actually pretty close to me as well. RPG Maker 2003 was my first version. So once you've gotten the Prometheum, he's going to say, with the furnaces back to full power, I can finally sell that elusive Diet Pepsi again. Perfect. Diet Pepsi. So, will the items appear in the order that they are listed in the item menu, or will they appear I don't have a way to access the shop yet. Why am I trying to test shops when I don't actually have a way to enter them? That is the exit for the Pepsi shop. And this is the entrance to the Pepsi shop. Okay. Alright, let's test this. Do they appear in the item order, or do they only appear in the order that the shop processing has them listed? Because I do want them listed in a certain order. Okay. It's fine. Let's debug with the Prometheum switch. Honestly, it's okay for it to show up at the bottom of the list. It's not going to, like, disrupt anything. Okay. That works. So we're going to have a scene when you first enter the town, or maybe just when you first like approach the town. So when you get to this event, it's going to set the movement route for this event. It's going to turn on through. It's going to change it to look like Malter Might. And it's going to move him up, up, and then turn down. We are going to remove Malter Might from the party. Have Malter Might go up. And Malter can be like, well, it's been fun, you two, but I have to go check in at the local Pepsi branch. They get... What's a way to good way to put it? I get worried if they don't hear from you for too long. Okay, so Granny can be like, "You're leaving already?" And he'll just be like, "I got my own life too." Alright, and then he'll just up, 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 and then turn transparent. So he'll disappear. Okay. And then that can turn on a switch. And that'll just be the switch for Malter leaves. Okay. Alright, let's make sure that that works. Doesn't have to be fancy, but it should at least look competent. Well, it's been fun, you two, but I have to go check in at the local Pepsi branch. They get worried. So that is just about functional. We're going to have a fade out first, and then a fade in. We'll have the player get a question icon. Okay. Alright. I think this will work fine. Yeah, he's leaving. Okay. And then those are disabled. Oh, hold on. I didn't add the off state. There we go. Alright. So that works fine. So you go into the city. Malter leaves your party. And then eventually when you go to the Pepsi shop, once you go to the Pepsi shop, then you'll have a scene with Malter. So you'll actually see Malter again. So this is going to be the Pepsi portation. This is going to be the start of the fast travel system in this game. The Pepsi portation service. So we want something a lot more, like, ominous sounding. No. Definitely not. Maybe. No. 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 This might work. Ooh. Okay, screw intimidating. I like this. I like this. What about, like, wave or wind sounds? Don't worry, chat. You're gonna see in a minute why I'm doing this. Why I'm doing this really weird atmosphere. That's the one. That's the sound I'm looking for. Okay. Now... Oh, that's so good. Okay, that's very loud, though. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. turning down that audio a little bit, just because it's kind of very, very loud. Okay, so we have carpet, which leads into here. And then things get a little weird. Okay. I give you the Pepsi portation service. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, how does that come across? I'm hoping that this will look a very specific way. Ah, right. I don't actually have a way to access it yet. Of course not. Why do I always forget the part where you have to actually be able to enter the areas that I am testing? Alright, let's see how it looks. Okay, so here's the Pepsi shop. You've got good shop. Ooh. Okay. Okay, that works. That works exactly like I want it to. Yeah, sorry for the bad audio mixing, unfortunately. Okay. Scratch that design. Scratch that design. I have a better idea. Let's see. How do I want to represent this? Okay. So I think it needs to look a little bit like that. And then up here, it looks like that. Okay. There we go. Put some more void up here. And then here in the middle, I need... I need white. I need, like, a white path. I don't really have anything white, do I? Okay, what is light enough colored that it might work? There. Okay. Behold the Pepsi portation service. So when you walk in here, we're going to have a malter. And this is going to be the malter scene. Ugh. Nah, that's too much. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be the Pepsi shop owner for the scene. Yeah, okay, those audio levels look a lot better. And this is Malter. And they're going to have direction fix, action button. Okay, paste the event page. Copy, paste the event page, delete. Okay. But initially, this guy is not going to be visible at all. Alright, so when you walk in, there's not going to be anyone behind the counter, but you're going to see Malter talking with the other Pepsi vendor. So then you'll overhear, like, a conversation. And be like, where the heck have you been? It's been days. And Malter's going to be like, I was out trying to spread the good word, you know? Trying to spread the good word, you know? Drum up business. Sell the bottles. And all that good stuff. And he'll be like, we've got big problems, Malter. The Pepsi portation The Pepsi portation grid has gone down. And Walter can be like, what? When? How? And this guy can be like, without the city furnaces running at full power, the grid just didn't have enough juice to keep itself going. The whole network collapsed. And Malter can be like, sounds like I'm about to get a rather tedious assignment. And this guy's gonna be like, darn right, it's supposed to be your job to keep an eye on the grid. Corporate wants you to go around and fix up the terminals so the Pepsi can flow freely once more. Okay? And this is Dalterdite. So we need to make sure we give this guy his proper name in all these various scenes. As is the tradition with the Walter White Pepsi industry, I guess. Okay. And this guy's going to be like, well, I suppose somebody has to do it. Might as well get started. Okay. So then Malter needs to go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. So Malter direction fix off. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, and then transparent, which is somewhere around here. Okay. That's up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. This guy's gonna go right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. One, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, turn down. That one we are going to wait for. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these two events should be pretty well synced. So as soon as those are over, we go with a fade out. We turn on Malter scene. We fade in the screen. Okay. And Granny will be like, Well, like Malter could use a hand. Okay. Good. I think that will function. Let's make sure this actually works as intended. So, first things first, when you go into town, Malter leaves your party. Okay. Cool. Let's make sure this works. Where the heck have you been? It's been days. I was out trying to spread the good word, you know? Drum up business, sell the bottles, and all that good stuff. We've got big problems, Malter. The Pepsi portation grid has gone down. What? When? How? Without the city furnaces running at full power, the grid just didn't have enough juice to keep itself going. The whole network collapsed. Sounds like I'm about to get a rather tedious assignment. Darn right, it's supposed to be your job to keep an eye on the grid. Corporate wants you to go around and fix up the terminals so the Pepsi can flow freely once more. Well, I suppose somebody has to do it. Might as well get started. Okay. This one needs to be through as well. We can get rid of this. We can move that to a more convenient spot. Okay. Okay, so they go. Sounds like Malter could use a hand. Good. You sell the Pepsi. You know what? Considering the tools I have to work with, this actually does slightly resemble a Pepsi logo. I'm genuinely happy with how that turned out. I think just one more block. That's about as good as I can do for a Pepsi logo. Okay, so then when we come in here, then we'll have a scene with Malter, and then Malter will join us on a mission into the Pepsi portation grid. So basically, this is going to be how fast travel will work in the game. Each major city will have basically a Pepsi portation service, essentially a teleportation network where you can teleport between different towns. This will be where you first activate it. And at each area that in each town that you visit, you'll go in, Malter will have to enter kind of like a puzzly void maze type thing. And then that town will be active and added to the hub, and you'll be able to travel between those different areas. So that is how the Pepsi portation is going to work. So here in Spire Town, I need to add like a glowy thing that you can step on. This looks like a nice glowy thing. And I don't actually need it to do anything right now. We just need, when you step on it, this guy who is Coulter Kite. Coulter Kite will just be like, sorry, but the Pepsi portation service is currently unavailable. We are... No, not currently is... Sorry, but the Pepsi portation service is temporarily unavailable. We are currently investigating the cause. Sorry for any inconvenience. There we go. And the Pepsi portation's gonna go right here. So you walk into this room, and then Malter is just going to be standing here. How do we want to do this? We're gonna have enter the Pepsi grid. So when that's on, this event disappears. So this is going to be Malter. So you step. I think it's worth like decorating this a little bit if I can. There's not really anything that impressive I can put here, but I can at least decorate it a little bit. Oh. Yeah. How about that? Nice big magic circle just right there in the middle. I don't really like these. Okay. So we'll just have this event player touch. So the first thing it does is move the player up. Well, the first thing it'll do is actually like set the self switch, and it'll have a page where it does nothing if the self switch is on. So one step, player moves up. And we just need another event here. So the player will say something. Just be like, Malter. And Malter will be like, huh? Oh. It's you. So Malter will look down. And Thatch will be like, sounds like you've got quite the task ahead of you. And Malter will be like, yeah, I'm going to have to visit every major town in the world and recalibrate these darn things. And be like, that does sound pretty bad. And Malter will be like, well, it ain't gonna be any fun, that's for sure. And Granny can be like, I don't know. How do I want to present this? The gist of it is Malter's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this anyway. I might as well journey with you. If you're going to be journeying anyway, you might as well continue with us. And Ryu will get another, like, balloon icon. Yeah, that works. And Malter will be like, well, I suppose you got a point. Either of you ever recalibrated a trans-dimensional void rift before? To be like, would you believe me if I said yes? There we go. Just a nice question mark. Malta will be like, no, I would not. And Thatcher will be like, dang. And Malter will sort of explain the premise. You're like, basically, this magic circle connects to a giant void that lies outside the normal world. Using that void, we can transport people and objects long distances in a fraction of the time. But it takes a lot of energy to keep them working properly. And this one fell out of sync with the network, and the whole thing fell apart. So I've got to go in there and fix this one and every other terminal in other towns to get them working again. And then Dragon's just going to have a question again, and then a line from Granny. Like, so what do we have to do? He'll be like, basically, we just have to go in there, find the blah, and bring it to the blah. I don't know. I'm going to be building a void map. Okay. Might has joined you again. So, Malter, move down. Then we fade out and fade in. In between the fades, we actually make the party swap. And we also turn on the Pepsi Grid switch. Okay. I think that's functional. Okay. So we follow Malter. Malter. Huh? Oh, it's you. Sounds like you've got quite the task ahead of you. Yeah, I'm going to have to visit every major town in the world and recalibrate these darn things. That does sound pretty bad. Well, it ain't gonna be any fun, that's for sure. If you're going to be journeying anyway, you might as well continue with us. Well, I suppose you got a point. Either of you ever recalibrated a transdimensional void rift before? Would you believe me if I said yes? No, I would not. Dang. Basically, this magic circle connects to a giant void that lies outside the normal world. Using that void, we can transport people and objects long distances in a fraction of the time, but it takes a lot of energy to keep them working properly. And this one, I have so many typos I have to fix. Fell out of sync with the network, and the whole thing fell apart, so I've got to go in there and fix this one and every other terminal in other towns to get them working again. So what do we have to do? Find the blah. Okay. Malter Might has joined you again. We're going to have another move down command, but specifically without a wait. Ever recalibrated a transdimensional void rift before? Basically, it connects to a giant void that lies outside the normal world. Using the void, we can transport people and objects long distances in a fraction of the time, but it takes a lot of energy to keep the system working properly, and this one fell out of sync with the network, and the whole thing fell apart, so I've got to go in there, fix this one and every other terminal in the other towns to get them working again. Okay. So now I need, like, a void map. So Seaportation grid. So this is going to be the Pepsi void. And it's going to basically be a big void. And the way I see this working is that these are just going to be little like teleportation warp dungeons. nothing honestly that, like, impressive or complicated. That's going to be 5 theme 20. Okay. This is MV theme to 20 with wind 2 at 5. There we go. All right, so this is gonna be really basic. We're just going to throw out some of these. Just like that. And, just a few other areas. Okay. Okay. So this isn't going to be like a really complicated thing or anything like that. We're just building like a little void map with a little teleportation map, a little teleportation maze, and you have to like find an item and bring it back. So what do we actually need to find? Okay, I like the idea of having to find like a big, whoops. Just a big glowy thing. Sure, that works. Okay. So this is going to be the orb. And this is going to be the exit. Okay. Would you like to enter the Pepsi portation grid. And then we have choices, yes, no. If it's yes, it's going to involve a transfer. But specifically, I want an animation. So what kind of animation looks good? Okay, so we play the power down animation. We wait like 20 frames, then we fade out, then we transfer to the Pepsi void facing down. And we fade in. Okay. So if it's the first time that this happens, then there's going to be a little bit of dialogue, and Malter is going to say, basically, we just need to find a big glowing blue orb and bring it back to this spot. Okay. So he'll say that the first time you enter. On subsequent times, he won't say it. Paste, delete, no switches. Would you like to exit the Pepsi portation grid? And that takes you back here. Alright, so let's see if all that works properly. Okay. Alright, everybody gets into their proper positions. So, Malter joins you. Malter might has joined you again. Basically, we just need to find a big glowing blue orb and bring it back to this spot. Okay. Okay, that works. That actually works really well. We do want to add a little bit of something before we do the animation. The player is going to have through on move one step forward, through off, and then we are going to gather the player followers. No, not change player followers. Gather the player followers. Okay. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Copy that event page. And when you come out, there's like a 1.5-second delay before it tells you. And okay. Alright, I think that works. So now I should have smooth transitions into and out of the Pepsi portation grid. Okay, Malter joins. Yeah. I've seen all this dialogue. Okay. Okay, it gathers. We have an animation. Need to find a big glowing blue orb and bring it back to this spot. Okay. Exit the Pepsi portation grid. Good. So I shouldn't have the intro dialogue this time. And I do not. Good. Okay. Not bad. This one, I do need to go back into the Pepsi shop instead of out of town. But otherwise, this works exactly the way I was hoping it would. So, I think we are okay. I can just sprinkle a bunch of these around the area just to make it feel a little less sparse. There we go. Okay. So now I just need to make the teleport maze. Basically, just head on into the grid, and I'll tell you what we need to do. Okay. So now what we are going to do is make little teleporters. But these ones are going to be different color. These ones are going to be red. And the player steps forward, play. Okay. So that one is going to teleport the player here, which is down. So this one teleports the player here, facing up. So then in order to get to this area, you're going to have to take the teleporter here. Facing left. Then we add the teleporter here, which goes here, facing up. Okay. And then getting there requires going from here, which goes here, facing right. And this goes here, facing right. Okay, so I should now have a functional path toward the shiny orb. Okay. So far, all of those are working properly. Okay. All right, so you're able to reach the orb. Cool. Will this work if I set it to below? Because I can always change the priority via event. Okay. So we can get rid of this entire thing. And just change this to below characters. Below characters. Below characters. Below characters. Below characters. Okay. And now that we have some nice convenient teleportation, we can adjust our teleporters a little bit. Okay. Cool. So this one teleports you back to your own platform. This one teleports here. On this platform, there's one of these. One of these. Okay. This one teleports you over here, facing down. Which also has one over here. This one teleports you back to here, facing down. It can also teleport you here, facing down. This one will teleport you here, facing down. This will teleport you back here, facing down. And this one will teleport you here, facing down. Okay, and then... finally, this one will also teleport you here, facing down. Okay. So no path should result in you looping. That's the important thing. We need to make sure that none of these paths loop. So this one goes here, where I know I can get back. Where I know I can get back. Okay. This one goes here, where I can get back. This one goes here. Okay. This all works. Like, all of that is fine, and we will just change the color underneath the specific blocks that have teleporters on them. And then we just need one more block here, which goes here. And we're all set. So you interact with this, and it'll just say, like, you found the magical orb. And then a self switch. Okay. And then... yeah, we're actually going to need another switch for that. Okay. So if you've gotten the chill orb, then Malter will be like, alright, just give me a second here and I should have this all fixed up. Okay. And just like that. All right, just give me a second here and I should have this all fixed up. We're going to do a fade out. This time we're going to do like 120 seconds. Play a sound effect. not quite what I'm going for, I think. Oh god, that's horrifyingly loud. Ah, those are all insane. I don't want to listen to those. Okay, that works. So that leads you here and there. Actually, let's have it here facing up. And then Malter is going to be like, alright, that should do it. This part of the Pepsi portation grid should be working again. And then Green's going to be like, okay, that'll work. Okay. So this is at least the quest part for the fast travel system now integrated. I'm still going to actually have to design, like, the actual mechanic of it. Found the magical orb. Now I just have to find my way back to the center. This way? Does anything connect back to the center? Oh yeah, that does. Alright, that should do it. This part of the Pepsi portation grid should be working again. Cool. So the actual, like, fast travel hub, that will need to be, like, adjusted a little bit. But I think otherwise everything is as it should be. What's the music I'm using for the town? It's Town 8 at 25%. Okay. Town 8 at 25%. Okay. There. That reminds me, this is a feature that I heard about that I kind of wanted to test. I think there's a way to actually, like, copy paste significant portions of like your map design. That's really cool. That is a useful feature. Okay. So I learned how to do that. That's neat. Um, okay. So I think that's one more thing off the list. The Pepsi shop and the Pepsi portation that I have been working on for more than an hour. Um, I do actually have to design the Pepsi portation, the functional hub. I do still have to do that. That can come later. But there is still more stuff to actually design here. Um, so we know there's going to be an accessory shop. That's going to be its own like thing. Uh, but I also still need a magic shop, a vanity carpenter, which is also just going to be like the crafting shop. Oh boy. Oh my god, I've only been streaming for 2 hours. Okay, I think I need a quick break just from what I was doing there. Just looking at anything else, I think, is going to be helpful. So why don't I work on finishing up the flavor? Um, the flavor for the Space Marine Quartus's gear. So I actually need to take a look here. So he's using a bolt pistol. A large, strange firearm of otherworldly power. Okay, that's fine. The Space Marine armor. So, Marine armor Mark 3. Like, what mark of power armor are we actually, like, up to these days? Okay, so this is going to be the... Oh, here we go. The wiki page for power armor. Alright, the Mark IV was used during the Heresy era. The Mark Vs are being equipped when the traced up plastic. The Mark VIs. Here we go. Okay. So I'm basically trying to replicate the look. Well, I mean, it looks nothing like power armor, but it's supposed to be vaguely reminiscent of a Mark 7 power armor. Okay. So this is the Imperator armor. This is going to be a suit of gigantic, heavy armor of otherworldly power. Quartus never removes it. Ever. Okay. And then this is going to be a facsimile. I think that's the correct way to spell facsimile. Facsimile. Okay. This is going to be the facsimile helmet. This is going to be a strange helmet of otherworldly design. Which Quartus has attempted to recreate. Alright, so now we've actually got, like, proper name for the Space Marines gear. We've got a bolt pistol, we've got a facsimile helmet, and we've got Imperator armor. Very important that we keep the names of stuff relatively grounded in this adventure about dragons and Pepsi. So I do need, like, a couple of special abilities for Quartus. The thing is, I don't really know how Warhammer... I haven't played any Warhammer games aside from Dark Crusade, so I don't really have an idea of what a Space Marines... Alright, see you, Just. Thanks for tuning in. I always appreciate having an audience. So I don't really have an idea of what, like, skills for a Space Marine would be. I did look up a few rules. So this guy is supposed to be from the Salamanders branch. So fire definitely has to be involved. So I could just take this Firebolt spell and just copy it down here and just call it Flamer. And its damage is going to be absurd. Yeah, that looks like an absurd amount of fire damage. And this is just going to be Quartus uses their Flamer. And the cost is going to be like 50 per shot. With 1,000 base damage. Deals heavy fire damage to all enemies. Cool. So, congratulations, Quartus. You now get the ability Flamer. I do need, like, some other kind of ability to give to my Space Marine. But I don't really know what else. Frankly, I don't even know why a Space Marine Scout would be carrying a Flamer, but, you know, they're salamanders. I gotta put in something here. I'll figure out more for them eventually. That's the accessory shop, that's the armor shop, that's the inn. This is the carpenter and crafting shop. This is the potion shop. That is the weapon shop. This is going to be Quartus's house. This is going to be like a hot spring bath. So that leaves 4 buildings on the left side of town. I'm going to have to design stuff for. You know what? Honestly, it's been around 2 hours, 20 minutes right now. I think that's where I'm gonna call it for today. Not a bad stream. I've got a lot done, and I've also got a lot of good idea for further stuff that has to be developed, but yeah, I think I'm at the point now where I definitely need to take a break from that. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Professor Waifu. I'm glad that you tuned. Professor Waifu, let me actually ask. Have you ever seen one of these streams before? Do you have any idea what this project is? Because I don't think I ever took the time to properly introduce the project to you. But basically, I have been designing a game and integrating. No clue. So basically, I am designing a game, and I try to integrate any reasonable idea that someone suggests for stuff to add to this game. So, like, why is our second character an old lady named Thatcher? Because someone suggested Margaret Thatcher for a character. Why is this character Walter Might? Because someone suggested adding Walter White. Why do I have a Space Marine named Quartus? Because someone said I should throw in a Space Marine. Why is Pepsi a huge thing in this world? Because people have given me great ideas for what to do with Pepsi. Why is this town of Spiretown have a giant spire coming out of it, and no one knows how tall it is, and it just stretches up to the heavens? Because someone suggested it. Everything in this game, from the characters to the narrative to items, locations, events, I basically just do my own thing, but any idea that other people suggest, I integrate into the project somehow. Sometimes it makes big differences, sometimes it doesn't. That is why you are able to, or will be able to, make cocaine. That is why the resurrection item is Diet Pepsi, which is, of course, the healthiest of all sodas. That's why there is a pyramid dungeon. You know, that's just what I do with this project. I just sort of work on stuff. I work on my own vision, and I just wait for other people to have their own ideas, which radically alter that vision, and then I just roll with that instead. And so far, it's worked out pretty good. So, if you've got any ideas for stuff that you would like to see me try to add to this project, please feel free to leave a comment on this video, or, you know, any other video I've worked on. I mean, I can see them all, but, yeah. That's the idea of the project. It's just people suggest stuff, and I try to integrate it. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm always glad to see other people who appreciate RPG Maker. I really like this game. This program, I should say. I love being able to make stuff. I love that I can actually build relatively competent games, despite the fact that I have no actual coding abilities. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you anyone else who views the VOD later. I'm going to go rest, and then I will probably play some more Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, because that's what I've been recording lately, because I finally finished Final Fantasy X-2. Praise be to the merciful gods, that nightmare is over. And I will see you all on the next one.